Hello and welcome to Millwall Fan TV. This is your post-match analysis of the Oxford versus Millwall game last night. We did draw 2-2 on the night. They did win 4-2 on penalties. So let's get into the game, shall we? So we'll talk about the lineup a bit later. So let's move on to how the game was and everything. We'll discuss the lineup later. So we did start off very dominant. I think the first 45 minutes they probably hit the post. Luke still pushed it onto the post. Other than that, they didn't have much else. There wasn't anything I can think of anyway. But we did take the lead in about the 25th minute or so through John Daddy Bodvarsson. He did slot home a lovely header flick on from Elliott, and he just slotted it home past their goalkeeper. 1-0 to us, half time. Very good performance so far from the Lions. We didn't look troubled at all. So we'll move on to the second half. We did start the second half very bright, and we did go and get a second through John Daddy Bodvarsson as well. Jason McCarthy whipped a lovely ball in, and Bodvarsson just flicked one on towards the back post and did score. So I think at that point we all thought, this is it, we're through to the third round. We did take our eye off the ball. We did get punished. In the 85th minute, we're all sitting there, very chill, very happy. Good performance so far from the boys and thinking we're going to go through. But it does take a bit of a turn a minute later. The ball goes in, we're sleeping, caught sleeping, ball goes across the box, and their right back, I believe it was, drilled it home. Now, we looked pretty comfortable even then. 94th minute, they did get a penalty. I think it was pretty soft. I think it was really harsh, but it doesn't matter. They got the penalty. They did score it and took us to penalties. So Jason McCarthy scored the first one, and they scored. Bodvarsson missed the second one, hit the bar. They scored. And Ferguson missed. They scored. Williams scored, and they scored. They won 4-2. Disappointing from us. I think we should have won that game by a lot, really. But can't help that much. I think on Saturday it will all click. We were very dominant, and if we're very dominant on Saturday, we will score goals with Matt Smith and Tom Bradshaw. So I thought Bodvarsson played really well last night, and I thought good 2 goals to start off with. If you think about it, we've had 7 games this year so far. Smith has scored 2, Bradshaw scored 2, and Bodvarsson scored 2. So 6 goals from our. Bradshaw is kind of like a new striker for us because he didn't play last year much. So in 6 goals from 3 new strikers in the first 7 games is a really good way to get off the mark. And Dred scored in that time as well. But all from attacking so far. So really pleased. Let's talk about the lineup, shall we? So in goal we had Luke Steele. Right back we had Jason McCarthy. 2 centre backs Hutchinson and Cooper, and the left back was Shane Ferguson. Shane Ferguson. Right mid, we did have Aidan O'Brien. And on the left, we had... I can't remember, That's a bit... Oh, but in the centre, we had... that's right. We had O'Brien in behind Elliott and Bodvarsson. In the middle, we had a 3-man midfield with Williams, Mitchell and Malumbi. So I thought they played really well in the midfield. I thought Williams, really irritates me. He always goes backwards, doesn't he? But other than that, I thought he was quite good. Mitchell and Malumbi had brilliant games, actually. Mitchell was everywhere, and so was Malumbi. So the strike force to start with was O'Brien, Elliott and Bodvarsson. O'Brien really did work hard in behind. I was really surprised to see that, but he did really work hard. And I hope he doesn't start on Saturday. I hope Bradshaw does, but he did work hard, so I can't really fault him much for that. Elliott played really well, actually. He won a lot of flick-ons, which I didn't expect him to, because obviously he doesn't actually win that much, but he did win quite a lot of flick-ons, and he did win one for the goal. Bodvarsson looked very good. He was everywhere. He was trying to win the balls, then he was in the box. He was brilliant. Just thought it was a really good team selection. The only thing I would have done was possibly had a 4-4-2 and played, instead of Ferguson on the left back, I might have played Tiencha one of the under 23 players, and I would have played Ferguson at left wing with O'Brien. Then I would have played Bob Varson and Elliott up front. Elliott did come off in about the 65th minute, and he was replaced by Thompson. Thompson came on, played in behind, and O'Brien and Bob Varson played together. Thought McCarthy had a brilliant game. Murray Wallace did come on as well for. Yes, he did come on for Williams. No, yes, it was Williams, I think. He went left back, and Ferguson was pushed up, so we were trying to defend the game out a little bit. I think the goals, the penalty I didn't think was a penalty, as I just said, and the other goal was just a lack of concentration. We just switched off, But I think our key players last night was McCarthy, Malumbi, Mitchell and Bob Varson. I thought all had really good games. I don't think Hutchinson did too much wrong either. Cooper played well. But yeah, I think we played really well as a team. I thought we dominated the possession. So I think that's pretty much it from this post-match analysis. The whole predictions will be up tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. If you would like to do a pre-match fan prediction, then do get in touch on Instagram or Twitter, or put a comment down below. So the only last thing is to say is if you do want to like the video, give us a subscribe. We're close to 200 now, only 8 away, so give us a subscribe. Social media pages will be up soon. Obviously give us a follow on that. But other than that, without further ado, come on you Lions.